Hi boys and girls, in this video I'm going to talk about 2-4 modeling addition and subtraction of decimals. In this lesson we're going to be drawing pictures or models to help us add and subtract decimals. So this is a hundredths grid. Each little square represents 1/100th or 0.01. So let's say we had the problem 0.1 plus 0.73. So if each little square is 1/100th, a whole column or a whole row is going to be 10 of those. So 10 hundredths or 1/10. So that's a good thing to remember as you're going through problems and modeling them using a hundredths grid. So in this addition problem below, the first number I have is 1/10. So what we're going to do is shade in 1/10. And I like to use two different colors. It helps you to be able to see the difference between the two add-ins. So here's 1/10. And then right next to that, I'm going to draw, or shade in rather, 73 hundredths. So I know that 73 hundredths is going to be 7/10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it'll be all the way over to here. That's 7/10 or 70 hundredths. And you can just do a rough shade in. And then 3 additional hundredths. 1, 2, 3. So now what I can do to figure out the answer or the sum of this addition problem is go ahead and count up how many I shaded in all. So I shaded in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tenths. And 1, 2, 3 hundredths, so that is 83 hundredths. Modeling these decimal subtraction problems is really similar to addition, but it's going to look just a little bit different. So let's say that we had a problem such as 0.47 minus 0.21. So 47 hundredths minus 21 hundredths. What we'll do is go ahead and shade in the first number that we're starting with, so 47 hundredths, so that's going to be 4 tenths, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hundredths, 47 hundredths in all here. Again, you can just kind of roughly shade it in. It doesn't have to be perfect. And since we're subtracting 21 hundredths, we are taking those away. So I don't want to then go over here and add on more hundredths because we need to take those away. But what we're going to do instead is cross off the number that we're subtracting. So I'm going to cross out 21 hundredths. So in your book, they go through and they cross off every single one, which is going to take quite a while. So if you're crossing out a whole tenth, I just go like this and put one big X through the whole thing, like that. So I've crossed off 1/10, 2/10, and now I need to cross off one more hundredth. Now to find your answer, you're going to see how many hundredths are left. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hundredths, and a whole row left. So that's 19 hundredths so far, since one column there is 10 hundredths or 1/10. And then I also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more hundredths. So, whoops. I had 19 hundredths, and now I have 7 more hundredths. So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So in all, my answer is 26 hundredths because that's how many hundredths I have left after I crossed off my 21 hundredths. Let's look at another example together. This is going to be another subtracting example. And the problem is 1.33 minus 0.35. What's different about this one is you'll need 2 hundredths grids since this first number is more than 1. Again, go ahead and first shade in your first number. So I'm going to shade in 1 whole hundredths grid here. And then 33 hundredths. 10, 20, 30, 33. Now for the Second number, since I'm taking that amount away, I'm going to cross out 35 hundredths. So here is 10 hundredths, 20 hundredths, 30 hundredths, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And my last step is to count up how many are left. So I'm going to go ahead and count up the whole columns first, which are tenths. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tenths left. So that's 90 hundredths, right? Because 9 tenths is equal to 90 hundredths. 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. So the answer is 98 hundredths. Notice how I counted up the full columns, the full tenths that were left first, and then these guys that were kind of leftovers. That's one strategy so that you don't have to keep counting individually all the way up to 98 hundredths. Last example here, I want to show you one last addition one before I have you try this on your own, and that is 0.37 plus 0.48. So again, with addition, you're going to color in the two different amounts. So first I'm going to color in 37 hundredths. That's 30 hundredths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then using a different color, or if you just have a pencil, you could do like lines for one number and then fully color in the next number, something to kind of differentiate the two. And so now I'll shade it my 48 hundredths. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 hundredths. Now this whole row is 10 hundredths, so now that's 23 hundredths, 33 hundredths, 43 hundredths, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48 hundredths. Last step is for us to see how much we shaded in all to find our sum. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 hundredths, or 8 tenths, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my final answer is 85 hundredths. On your own, you are going to try the problem 0.63 minus 0.21. So remember, with adding, you color in the two different amounts, but with subtraction, you're going to color in this first amount and then cross off how much you're taking away. Use the hundredths grids that you were given to do the problem on, and then staple that to your blue sheet and write the final answer on your blue sheet and bring that to class tomorrow. Good luck.